Good morning, friends, and welcome to World Intellectual Property Forum 2021 event conference. Once again, we are meeting online due to the situations, and I am really thankful to the organizer of the WIPF 2021, especially the Jeet Agrawal and the Naveen Agrawal, for giving me this opportunity. Today, I would like to discuss about. Just a minute. First, I share the screen, and then let start about the presentation. Okay, so the topic for today's discussion is IP as a growth tool for startups or MSME or SME companies, right? Myself, Sanjay Kumar Patel, and I am the founder, patent and trademark attorney at Excellent IP. Excellent IP is a law firm based at Ahmedabad. We just go through the introductions. So, in terms of Excellent IP, it's a law firm based at Ahmedabad, providing all intellectual property rights services. Myself, Sanjay Kumar Patel, and I am a BPharm, MPharm, LLB advocate, and I have done PG diploma in patent law. I am also a registered Indian patent agent, and as well as the IP Collegium member of JIII, that is Japan Institute for Promoting Invention and Innovation at Tokyo. I have total 16 years of experience in this particular domain. I am a startup IP facilitator recognized by DIPP. Also on IP expert panel under the many universities under the scheme of Student Startup Innovation Policy, that is SSIP. Also a seasoned speaker and delivered so many lectures and the presentation as at many national as well as international conferences. So this is about my brief introduction. So now coming to the topic, that is IP as a growth tool for MSME and the startups. So as we all know that April 26, which is the World Intellectual Property Day, the WIPO is declaring, and everyone associated with this domain are celebrating this day, particularly as a International IP Day. And this time, the theme for this IP Day is taking your ideas to market. It is for IP and SMEs or MSMEs. Taking your ideas to market means how there are so many different startups or MSMEs or the SMEs are there. They have so many innovative ideas and the products and the problem solving approach and the very good products, but they are not able to take it to the market because one or another reasons, right? So that's why this time the main theme for this World IP Day is IP and SMEs and taking your ideas to market. So in relation to that only the topic I'm going to discuss with you today, the startup and SME or MSMEs. Particularly, by now, all the globe, around the world, everybody is talking about the SMEs or MSMEs and the startups, right? So that is because we all know that the current era is a knowledge era, right? Earlier there was the era where there was the farming era, the manufacturing era, beta era. Now the era is about today's time is about the knowledge. If you have knowledge, you can convert it into a revenue, but you should have proper direction, proper strategy for that. So that's why the SME and MSME, which are the basic levels industry who have just started or trying to establish to create their space into the market with their some kind of innovation or the innovative technologies or the concepts, right? Why SME or MSME and startup? As I told you, that it's a knowledge era. Second thing is the big industries, the big industry or the corporates or the companies have already reached their fullest size, and they are no more interested to expand their either the force, their team, or their manufacturing facilities and all. They have now realized that rather than expanding and taking the headache of all these things, it is better to focus on our core expertise and delegate other works to the other firms. So now they have also realized that collaboration versus competition. They are not now considering the competitions to the players or the small players we are coming into the market, but rather than they are seeing as a collaborative approach, and they are collaborating with such SMEs, MSMEs, and startups for win-win situation for both. So that they can focus, the big companies can focus on their particular core expertise and core technologies they are having, and can delegate other works to the other peoples who are into the same field but catering the different part or the domain in their industries. Also, further around the globe, there are all the governments are now supporting to the startups, MSMEs and SMEs with so many facilities, like in term of reimbursement, in term of funding, in term of facilitation, in term of tax benefits, R&D tax benefits. There are so many benefits all the governments are offering currently, and that's the reason this SME and MSME is playing a vital role in going forward for the development and the global economy. And that's the reason we need, everyone is looking and focusing this SME or MSME and the startups for the further growth in the future. Now we are coming to the current topic of this discussion, that is IP is a growth tool for these companies, like for this SME and MSMEs, how it can be, right? How they can achieve their goal or growth through IP, that is intellectual property, right? As we, depending on the country to country, the level of awareness, education, seriousness, or understanding about the intellectual property is varying. And mostly into the developing countries, it is still at a very nascent stage, though government is doing a very wonderful job to create the awareness and do sensitizing the peoples to be aware about the intellectual property as well as taking benefit from the intellectual property rights. So we'll discuss step by step what are the points that SME and MSME can consider as a growth tool to IP. The very first thing is establishing the goodwill, right? So whenever any particular company is coming up with some kind of new product or a new technology, if they protect their IP, whatever the possible, it can be trademark, it can be patent, it can be design, it can be copyright, or it can be multiples, right? The single products can also be protected through multiple IPs, like patent and trademark both, patent, design and trademark all, patent, design, trademark and copyright all. So whenever they are protecting their IP and showcasing or mentioning the same thing in their products or their marketing campaigning, it will create positive respects towards their company, towards their product. If as a consumer, if I'm seeing any particular product where they have mentioned that this trademark is registered, this patent pending or applied for the patent or the design patent, so my perspective for that particular product as well as the company will get changed, right? So that will help to establish the goodwill into the market. So that is the very first thing. Second thing is creating a barrier, right? As you already have some innovation into your product, some kind of newness, novelty in your product, then it is always advisable to protect your IP with whatever the possibles. Once you protect your IP, then you are creating a barrier for the competition, right? So once you, suppose you have created one unique design and of any particular product which is not available into the market in that particular state, you have protected through its design patent. Now nobody else can manufacture that particular product in the same design, right? So what you have done that you have created a barrier to a competitor, right? So by that way you can reduce, not 100, I'm not saying that 100% you can reduce the competition and you can be the only player or you can enjoy the all monopoly of that particular product, but at certain level we can reduce the competition and you can create the barrier through intellectual property rights that you can always take a benefit of. Reducing the competition, as I told you, that once you create the barrier through intellectual property rights, you can always get the benefit by reduction into the competition. Not suddenly and not 100%, but step by step, you will realize that your competition is not that much compared to if you are launching the product without any kind of IP protection, right? So once you have IP protection, you can utilize that weapon to reduce the competitions by sending them the legal notice and enforcing your legal IP rights through them. if you are directly copying and infringing any of your IP rights. So by that way, you can reduce the competition into the market and create your presence into the market. Premium price. Now, once you have a product which has some innovative, which is solving some kind of problems and giving some value addition to the consumers, and you have protected your product with single or multiple IPs, in that case, you can charge a premium price, right? We all know that. This is the example you can see the difference into the price. Though all three are serving the same purpose, that it is for the shampoo, for cleaning hair and maintaining your health of your hair. But you can see the difference into the price, right? So the same way, if you have a product which has some value addition, some innovations, you have protected it through IP, you can take the leverage of that premium price. It can be either trade secrets through which you are getting that quality product, or you can use the IP. You can pick any of these options as per your product and as per your business strategy perspective, right? So this is the another aspects one can look at for the growth of that particular product and the companies. Valuation. Now, we at the end of either it's a startup or SME or MSME or big corporates, all are ultimately looking for the valuations kind of things for one or another reason, right? One company have the perspectives for the funding, another is having for bringing new investors, or another having some creating the valuations or value for the stakeholders. So whatever the reason, how you can increase the valuation of your business as a whole, right? The valuation is what it is, nothing but the summation of your tangible assets and your intangible assets. So all the intellectual property rights you have, that is falling under the intangible assets, and through that intangible assets you can increase your valuation without adding any investment or further expenses, because your intangible assets is the assets which will grow, or the value of that intangible asset portion will grow automatically according to your business is growing, your goodwill is growing, your IP product of that particular IP protected product revenue is growing, right? So against that, your tangible assets will get reduced because of the depreciations, right? So the intangible assets portion, it is the critical portion if you want to increase the valuation of your business. So you can use that tool also, IP as a valuation tool, to increase your overall business valuations for one or another reason as per your business and as per your strategy. Bargaining power, where you can use the bargaining power. The first thing we have already seen that about the premium pricing, that you can use all those people or the products are available into the market, but still you can charge the premium price even though some other products is already available and available with the lowest price or the lower price than your products. You can use that, you can campaign your product through that IP protection and the monopoly and charge a premium price. Second thing is, after getting the good response into the market about your product, and you want to collaborate with some kind of either company in the same domain, or the company want to add that portfolio, that product into that portfolio for any kind, either for the licensing perspective or either as a one-time purchasing perspective, whatever the kind of agreement you are discussing with other company or the party, if you do not have any IP protection, you cannot use any of this bargaining power, and you have to get agree with the whatever the terms they are offering, right? But on another scenario, if you have your IP protection in place, your trademark is protected, your design patent, your technical patent, utility patent, and your copyright, all is protected, then you have the power to use and to offer your terms and condition for that kind of licensing or the joint agreement. So IP can also act as a bargaining power whenever you are discussing with such type of joint collaboration or the associations with another companies or the competitors. Mortgage funding. Now, funding perspective, there are common ways mortgage your any of the physical property and take the funding from the loan. But many of the people or many of the startups and the SMEs are not aware that their IP, their intellectual property, it can be a trademark, patent, design, or copyright, can also be mortgaged and can be the source of fund, right? So any of your IP can also be mortgaged, and you can take a loan based on, but just by mortgaging your trademark or a design patent or a technical patent. Though it is not in a current practice in many countries like India, but it is in a routine practice in many developing countries. So this is the another option that one can explore if they want to get the funding without mortgaging their physical property, either their office or the home or the land or something kind of things. So IP just as we have discussed, it is an intangible assets. It is also the part of your asset. It is just like your tangible assets. You can use it, you can sell it, you can license it, and the same way you can also mortgage it, right? So by mortgaging your IP, you can get the fund from the bank, and based on your valuation of your IP, and that can be also one of the another source, or I can say the easy source for getting the funding for your business growth. Right. So this is all about what we have discussed, is that how intellectual property can be used as a growth tool for the benefit or the growth of your SME, MSME, or the startups, right? Based on your product, based on your industry, based on your technology, any of this can be used as a growth tool for your business, right? And at the last, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and we request all of the audience and the people that we are here to protect your IPR, but you protect your family by following the social distancing guideline, and stay home, stay safe. Once again, Sanjay Kumar Patel from Axelon IP, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.